ladies, boys and girls, prepare to be astounded, bedazzled, and otherwise stupefied. I'm Three Dog, your master of ceremonies. News time, children. All right, Three Dog has heard about some crazy things going on out there in the Capital Wasteland, but this one just might beat them all. I've been getting some scattered reports that a couple of costume kooks have been battling for control of the settlement called Canterbury Commons. One of these wackos seems to be assisted by robots, and the other by mutated bugs. Every day it seems to be the same nutty scene, with the scuffles ending in a stalemate. So if your travels take you to Canterbury Commons, keep your head down and your assault rifle loaded for crazy. Good golly holly. This is the worst thing to happen to our neighborhood since the HOA instituted the mandatory scavenged rags dress code. From Rivet City to downtown D.C., the Enclave is on the scene and setting up shop. Children, I don't care if you've ignored every other word that's come out of my mouth for the past 5 years. Please, hear me now and believe. The Enclave, and that includes their homecoming king, President John Henry Eaton, and his gorilla, Colonel Augustus Autumn, are not here to help you. Wake up, children. The Enclave have a giant truck full of Brahmin, and they've been spoon-feeding you the bullshit. These guys are schemers, crooks, and killers. And the sooner you all realize that and stand up to their oppression, the better. That, my friends, is fighting the good fight. According to reports from the ever-so-hoity-toity Tenpenny Tower, a group of displaced ghouls have been trying to gain entrance. But lush at large Alistair Tenpenny says, no zombies, no how. Come on, Al, cut the ghoulies a break. If they've got the caps and you've got the space, it's a win-win, right? What do you say? Girls of the Brotherhood of Steel continue to fight. The good fight, folks. They've recently stepped up patrols in the downtown D.C. ruins in response to increasing sightings of everybody's favorite freaks, the super mutants. Without our buddies from the Brotherhood, I'm guessing the entire Capital Wasteland would have been overrun a long time ago. So if you see a knight or a paladin out there fighting your battles for you, give them a big thanks. Or even better, some ammo. More reports of these mercenary maniacs from Talon Company, especially in the downtown D.C. area. If you see these hombres, steer clear. Whatever you have, they want, and they're not really into asking politely. Word is, these guys take all the contracts the other mercs won't. In short, there's nothing they won't do. So be careful out there. There have been more and more sightings of raiders over by Evergreen Mills. Smart money's on them having some kind of camp out that way. Keep that in mind the next time you feel like nosing around that neighborhood. Here's a question for all you faithful listeners. Have you guys and gals ever seen a tree? No, not those shriveled black things. I'm talking real trees. Brown bark, green leaves, photosynthesis, all that good stuff. Now what if I, the all-powerful Three Dog, Bow Wow Wow, were to tell you that somewhere right here in the Capital Wasteland, there's a place with lots of trees. A veritable oasis of green in that depressing sea of brown. Look, it was years ago, and I may have been experimenting with Jet at the time, but I'm telling you, it's out there. Dog! That's me, kids, coming to you tape from my fortified bunker in the middle of the D.C. hellhole. Ain't life grand? News time, children. For those of you not in the know, to the northwest of Megaton is this vault, Vault 101. Now, believe it or not, this one's still got people living in it. And every few years or so, someone comes scrabbling out. Well, wouldn't you know it, someone's come out of it again. And, I kid you not, he came to visit yours truly right here in the studio. Now this cat, James is his name, had been in a hole for years. He needed to know what was what out here in the beautiful Capital Wasteland. So I, the great and powerful Three Dogs, set my brother straight. I told him what was what, who are the winners, the losers, the movers, and the shakers. So if you see James out there, you say hello. Be kind to our new brother, and show him that here on the outside, we always fight the good fight. Hey, and in case a light bulb just started glowing over your head, you can flick the switch and forget about it. You're not getting into that vault. Whoever lives in there sure as hell doesn't want what you're selling. And no, you can't knock down the door. It weighs like 13 tons. Not too long ago, I reported that a cat recently left Vault 101. His name is James. Good guy. Turns out it gets better. I've got a new report here that says someone else has just climbed out of that hole. What the hell is going on down there? Revolution? Vacation? Somebody fart? Your guess is as good as mine, kiddies. Ooh, boy, children, you are going to love this. Okay, so I told you about James, the guy from the vault. And then I told you somebody else crawled out of there too. Right. Well, guess who came to visit old Three Dog at his luxurious studio in beautiful downtown D.C.? That's right, the other vault dweller. Now, you want to know if it gets better, don't you? Well, hell yes, it gets better. Turns out vault dweller number 2 was none other than James's kid. I know, I couldn't make this shit up. Okay, but now it gets kind of sad. You see, the kid is looking for his dad. Looking for James. See, James left Vault 101 without telling the kid why. Now, I've since learned that James is a scientist and is working on something big. Is that why he left the vault? Looks that way. So who knows, maybe James is going to save the world. Can't think of a better cause than that. But James, if you're listening, your kid's out, man, and he misses you. So you might want to find him before he gets swallowed up and spit out. People of the Capital Wasteland, you can hear me! Yee-haw! You can't stop the signal, baby. That's right, from Megaton to Girder Shade, Paradise Falls to the Republic of Dave, we're coming to you loud and proud in a special live report. But Three Dog, you're in that cool radio studio in D.C. How do you know I can hear you all the way out here in the ass end of nowhere? Because of the kid from Vault 101, that's how. That cat actually managed to repair our antenna relay. How's that for ingenuity, folks? From here on in, it's bye-bye, stupid static. Hello, magnificent music. So sit back, relax, and absorb these classic tunes. Grab your hankies, children, 'cause I've got a heartwarming tale to tell. It's about a little boy's search for his daddy. Mwah. It's about love, abandonment, and, now this is the good part, reunion. You see, the kid from Vault 101 has been looking for his dad, a very nice man named James, who left his son behind in the vault when he took off. What kind of dad leaves his kid in an underground bunker? Children, I just don't know. It ain't for Three Dog to judge, and you shouldn't either. But none of that matters now. Father and son were spotted walking and talking together out there in the wastes. Here's hoping they can hold on to each other this time around. Tin foil hat time, children. My eyes and ears tell me the big bad government has taken over that big machine thingy at the Jefferson Memorial. You heard it here first, my friends. The Enclave is on the scene. I've got reports of flying ships and shock troops in high-tech power armor. And when the man showed up, a bunch of scientists went running. With them was Rivet City's own Dr. Madison Lee and that crazy kid from Vault 101. They're safe and sound now at the Citadel. Praise Jesus! Praise Jesus! No sign of the kid's father, though. Here's hoping James is okay. Well, boys and girls, what can I say? Looks like President Eden wasn't completely full of shit after all. Methinks we are screwed. The kid from Vault 101, a.k.a. the Wanderer, a.k.a. that crazy son of a bitch, has been spotted poking around some caves way out west. Makes perfect sense to me. The kid's had enough of the wild and woolly wasteland and is looking for another old vault to crawl into. Good luck with that, my friend. Only thing been seen in those parts is Yao Guai super mutants and some crazy mountain kids. The lone wanderer has wandered herself right into the Enclave's sinister clutches. My deep cover super secret agents tell me a vertibird recently flew out of the mountains to the west, and the Vault Kid was an unwilling passenger. I mean, how willing can you be when you're encased in a block of ice? Crazy, I know, but these are crazy times we live in. Anyway, the vertibird was headed northwest into the mountains, where I have it on good authority the Enclave has their big underground clubhouse. Good luck, Wanderer. You'll need it. I'm coming to you live with a special report. We haven't heard squat about our old pal from Vault 101 for 2 weeks now, and it's been looking pretty grim. Well, buck up, pilgrims. Our friend is alive and well and has managed to slip through the Enclave's clutches and escape their fortified base. Keep fighting the good fight, kid. We're with you all the way. I'm coming to you live with a special report. Ding dong, the sanctimonious, self-righteous, self-proclaimed presidential asshole is dead. The Enclave's not-so-secret base way up in the northwest just went kablooey. And I have reports, damn good ones, that Eden didn't make it out alive. Sure enough, the Enclave radio station is officially offline. Hell, check for yourself if you don't believe me. And if that weren't good enough news, word is our old friend from Vault 101 made it out of there in one piece. Keep fighting the good fight, kid. We're with you all the way. In other news, the Brotherhood of Steel has amassed a large assault force at the Citadel. Time for a showdown with the remaining Enclave forces at the Jefferson Memorial? You keep listening, children, and GNR will keep you posted. Thanks for listening, children. This is Three Dog, ow! And you're listening to Galaxy News Radio. We're Radio Free Wasteland, and we're here for you. Hey, everybody, this is Three Dog, your friendly neighborhood disc jockey. What's a disc? Hell if I know, but I'm gonna keep talking anyway. Seems we've got a bit of news. Just listen to this. Know what I've decided, children? I'm gonna start a book club. Right now. Wanna join? Good, 'cause you got no choice. Our first masterpiece is called The Wasteland Survival Guide, written by Megaton's own Moira Brown. Oh, and get this, researched and co-authored by none other than, yep, you guessed it, that tenacious teenager from Vault 101. Now, let me tell you, this thing's got all sorts of useful tips. Where to find food, how to deal with radiation, tons of stuff. Survive, thrive, and revive. That's the name of the game. The book is The Wasteland Survival Guide. Pick up your copy today. Those scumbag slavers way over in Paradise Falls have one big old bee in their bonnet. Buzz, 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 buzz. But what's this? The bothersome bumblebee looks suspiciously like a certain kid from a certain vault. You heard it here first, faithful listeners. The Wanderer showed up at Slaver Central, and bad guys started dropping left and right. Did they sell him a bum slave and then refuse the refund? Or was it some elaborate rescue operation? But more importantly, does it even matter worth a damn? Slavers are dead. Slaves are free. That's a win-win if you ask me, children. Got some great news out of the town of Megaton. Turns out the live atomic bomb in the town center has finally been deep-sixed for good. The town sheriff, one Lucas Sims, commissioned the one, the only lone wanderer from Vault 101 to disarm the nasty nuke. And the kid delivered. Hey, nice work, 101. Next time you're in the neighborhood, pop into the studio. Old Three Dogs Toaster's been on the fritz. God knows why. But the kid from Vault 101 is scouring the Capital Wasteland for a unique brand of Nuka-Cola. It's called Nuka-Cola Quantum, and I believe it was made in limited quantities before the war. I've also heard it tastes like rad scorpion shit and turns your piss blue. Or does it taste like rad scorpion piss and turn your shit blue? Whatever. Hey, wouldn't you know it? The lone wanderer is done collecting bottles of soda. Christ. Talk about your slow news days. The master of adventure himself, that rough-and-tumble lad from Vault 101, has really outdone himself this time. The kid has recovered one of this country's most important historical artifacts, the Declaration of Independence. Huzzah! The time of British oppression is finally over. Now we can finally turn our attention to the super mutants, raiders, and rad scorpions. Now, the Lone Wanderer, a.k.a. that kid from Vault 101, has done some pretty interesting things, but this one takes the cake. My contacts report that he recently went on a highly dangerous excursion to recover, drumroll please, a violin. Oh, but not just any old violin, children. We're talking Stradivarius here. That's one top-of-the-line fiddle, you dig? Here's the best part. The violin was for an old woman named Agatha, who has taken to the airwaves herself to share some truly beautiful music. Agatha, we love you. Keep playing, sister. And Vault Kid, you've helped make the Capital Wasteland a better place. Hats off, my friend. Now, I've got new reports from the settlement known as Big Town that Mr. Vault Guy has helped them out with one hell of a mess. Something about a rescue from super mutants, if you can believe that. Nice going, kid. This, faithful listeners, is the story of a little boy. A little boy named Brian Wilkes. You see, Brian's from Grayditch, a small settlement that was recently overrun with overzealous giant ants. Brian, sadly, was the sole survivor. That's where the kid from Vault 101 comes in, and where our story, thankfully, gets better. You see, not only did Mr. Vault 101 stop the ant problem, he also found little Brian Wilkes a new home. So if you see Brian and his new parents, wish them all good luck. Oh, and 101, nice work. It's like our old friend from Vault 101 has turned amateur abolitionist, lending a hand to the folks at the Temple of the Union. Is the tide finally turning for those scumbag slavers? Lordy knows it's been open season on defenseless settlers long enough. So if you're a slave on the run, the time for lying low is long gone. Head to the Temple of the Union and keep your head held high. Slavers of the Capital Wasteland, consider this the big fuck you've had coming since starting this scurrilous skin trade. And special thanks to 101 for kicking the bad guys where it counts. Their wallets. If you happen to make it down to the mall, you just may notice that a previously decapitated statue has had an unexpected reunion with its head. Thanks to the kid from Vault 101 for assisting with this little bit of civic restoration. Now, if he could just remove all those ugly pipes from the Jefferson Memorial. Until next time, this is Three Dog, ow! And you're listening to Galaxy News Radio, bringing you the truth, no matter how bad it hurts.